Hello and welcome back. Hello Nigeria is still here. We're not going anywhere until 1:30. And then we leave you to enjoy your weekend, hoping that we have set it off on a right note. Now to go to our first interview for today, it's with a lovely young lady whom we had a while ago. And she's back again, and as always, lovely to have guests who are making an impact in society. She's a founder of Adesuwa International and also director in Remo Group International. Her name is Adesuwa Colin Owie, and it's our delight to welcome you back to the Hello Nigeria set. Hello, Adesuwa.
Hello, Ayo. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining. Good to have you.
Thank you very much.
All right. So from your profile says that you first of all started off in the property as a property consultant.
Yes, please.
What sparked your interest in properties?
Well, to be honest, if I would, I got there coincidentally because I read political science and public administration. Okay. But along the line, I met some lads and I was helping a friend out. She was selling Thai food. So I saw them and I told them, oh, come eat Thai food. They were like, oh, they don't want. I said, just come, I'll pay. And they were like, okay, no problem. Then we started talking and I asked them where they work. They said they work for a real estate company in Dubai. And I was like, okay, fine. So what do you do? They said they sell properties. I said, well, I'd like to do that. And they were like, okay, why should we employ you? I said, because I'm the best person you would ever have in your company. And they were like, okay. So they invited me for an interview, and that was the beginning of the journey.
So you
in
moved
property.
to Dubai?
No, I was in Lagos, in Nigeria here, but selling properties in Dubai.
Oh, wow. So can you tell us how you started? Because obviously that qualifies you as an international businesswoman. So how did you get the connect, the link? There are people who are looking to stretch their tentacles beyond the shores of Nigeria. How did you start your business, and how can you help, inspire others to do so?
Okay, well, I started with the company selling properties in Dubai, and we had a structure already. So they bring in people, I pitch them, and they take them to Dubai. I go with them sometimes. We purchase the property and they own it. From there, I moved to Cornerstone Group UK, which is another company that sells properties in the UK. And I started selling properties there. I came in as a manager. I was pitched in my previous company. I came in there as a manager. Then I left and decided to start my own property company, Adesuwa Consent Limited. And it's not been easy. It's not a bed of roses. It's been difficult. You know, when you've worked in a Dubai company and a UK company, now you're starting your own in Nigeria, and the structure is not as it's not. My structure is different from a proper company. It's just me and my team. So it's been rough, but we've been surviving, and
Thank you for being honest, because some people, we find that we're living in social media age where people try to glorify their work and take away the struggle, deceiving young people and making young people feel like they're not working hard enough.
Yeah.
But you're honest enough to tell us that the struggle is actually real and it's not all that it seems. Still speaking about properties, for people who are interested in going into property business, what makes a property better than the other? So I'm sure you have several properties you want to sell. There'll be properties that are priced much more than the others. So what makes a property more appealing to a buyer than the other?
Location. Everything is all about location, 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 location. That's what we sell. So it's not about, you can have a good property in Alagbado, a beautiful house, beautiful structure, architectural work, and you can have exactly that same kind of property in Ikoyi, and the prices will differ because of location. So at the end of the day, what we said is location. It's not really about, the structure has to be good, has to be standard, but we sell location. So if there's anybody out there that wants to go into property business, very easy. All you need to do is drive around, look for to let, or contact the agents or the company and call and say you want to be an agent, and you'll be registered, and you start selling. It's very, very easy. People just feel that, oh, I need to know somebody. No, you don't have to know anybody. One day I drove around Lekki Phase 1, Osakpa, London. I just went around and I wrote down names of, agents, companies, and I called. And, I met the owners of the properties, and I started selling marketing for them too. So you don't really need to know anybody to get into the property business. It's very, very easy. All you need to do is you must not be lazy. You must be ready to learn. You must ready to take bullshit and, developers, and you're good to go.
What is it that makes people want to go into real estate? It does seem that everybody who has money, or we find out some entertainers and celebrities often have that as a side hustle, quote unquote. Yeah. So what is it that makes property business such a thriving business? And is there still more avenue for new people to jump on, or is it saturated already?
No. The sky is very big. Everybody can fly. It depends on you as a person, what you want in life, your goals, and how you intend to achieve it. The property business is very lucrative in Lagos, and not so much in Abuja, but in Lagos, it's very lucrative because of the population, number one. There are a lot of people and they need where to stay, and also everybody wants to be somebody. In Lagos, everybody wants to live on the island. So it's more lucrative on the island than on the mainland. A lot of people want to stay on the island. And there's opportunity for everybody. If you want to come into the property business, fine. If you have money, you want to be a developer, there are many developers out there. There's a new site in Festac now, which I'm marketing to. And it's over, they're having a promo, 20,000 naira per square meter in Festac, just right after Festac town.
All right.
It's a new site and it's owned
so people
partly
can
by government
jump on that because it's a new development.
Yes, 20,000 naira.
I'm very interested in your international partnerships and because for some people it's not easy to cross over in that way. Yeah. But the first question I'd like to ask you is the differences or the learnings that Nigeria can take from dealing with property developers in other countries. Yeah. So what do they do better that you can learn from? What's like you mentioned, working for a Dubai-based company, working for a UK company, and now setting your own company here in Nigeria. What are some of the differences that we could possibly learn from in these other places?
Well, there's a huge difference. And Nigerians are not really structured, They don't...
So structure.
Yeah, structure is lacking a lot, In the UK or in Dubai, there's structure. Everybody knows what they're doing.
Tell us a little bit about the structure, please.
Well, I don't want to go too deep into their system, but, there's something, they have a database, a very good database where, a client comes in, the client, you have the client's details, every single thing is saved and registered. So the client, another person can pitch the client's, I don't know how to explain it, in a way that, but the major difference is structure. Nigerians don't have structure. We just, we like the property. Even the clients, they don't even make it easy for you. They are unsure, uncertain. In the UK and in Dubai, you want to get a property, you get a property consultant, you pay for their time. In Nigeria, they waste your time. And they don't think it's, they owe you to pay you for your time, because time is money at the end of the day. If I'm spending my time with you, I'm spending blood money. That's blood money right there. So you have to pay for that time. I used to take you to the location, show you these places, explain to you how this house will benefit you either for investment or for your personal use. So basically, the major issue and challenge between the international property business and the Nigerian property business is structure.
All right, so let me talk to you from the perspective of a buyer or a consumer of the products that you have to sell. And I want to buy a property, rent a property. What are the necessary things I need to look out for? Do I need to get someone who is a professional to come go with me so I don't get cheated? But if I don't have anyone to go with me, I just want to go by myself, what are the things I should look out for?
First of all, if you want to go, call me. Secondly, you would need somebody to go with you because, Nigerians use substantial products most times just because they want to sell. Or
substandard in building? In building,
structure-wise. You notice that your house, you find out that the walls, there's water in the long run. We notice that a lot, and Lagos State is really working hard to make sure, they stop that, they reduce that, because there are a lot of buildings that collapsed, previously in time past. So they've taken a lot of measures to make sure that that stops. But you need a property consultant or an agent to go with you, number one, because of the price, because prices differs. Thank you very much. Prices differs, mainland, island, even with land. In Lagos State, we have different, every zone has their price. Mainland different, island different, Aja different, as far back as even what they call going towards Ogun State, Ota, they all differ. So you don't know that. The property consultant or the agent will know that. Number one, the structure, there's some certain things that we take note of when we're looking at a structure. We take note of the location, if they have light, how their light is, electricity. We take note of water, because on the island we have very bad water. So a lot of people have personal boreholes, and there are places where, you know, it's okay than some other places. So they're just little things that you might not notice, and later on you might just regret. Your roof starts falling, a lot of structural issues. But when you go with a property consultant or your agent, because they are used to these things, they've seen it over time, they can just notice that, okay, this, they can help you with the pricing too, you know, so you don't get cheated or something.
Just out of curiosity, who sets the price? Is it demanded by the laws of demand and supply, economic laws, or is there a body that sits to say, because you talked about the fact that there are certain prices for different areas. Who sets the price, or what factors affect it?
In terms of land in Lagos State. But in terms of structures, like if I bought my land already, let me use example Lekki Phase 1. I have a land in Lekki Phase 1. I can sell it any amount I want to. That's what's happening. You know, you go to Lekki Phase 1, you see some houses for 120 million, you see some houses for 150 million. There's no regulation there.
Right. Should there be regulation?
There should be, you know, because if there is a regulation, it makes it easy for, you know, consumers. But when there's no, everybody just does what they, it comes down to structure again. And, you know, these things are not factored. You know, I'm like, government, I don't owe the government. Why should I build it myself? So why should they tell me how to sell my land? And you get to some locations, the same streets, you see a land 80 million, you see another one 60 million, you see another one 100 million.
Yeah. Even in the same estate.
Yeah, so you're wondering that why is it this way? But there are some estates that they have the regulation that, you know, it has to be this price and everybody follows that. But when it's not an estate, it's just an open place, a street, you know, people just do what they want to do.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Before we let you go, yes, let's just really learn one lesson from you. You've started your own business as well. From you having started your own business and the experiences you've garnered from Dubai and UK, what lessons have you learned as a business owner?
Well, the lessons I've learned over the past years, perseverance, you know, when you believe in something, you have a dream, go for it. Do not be frustrated at the factors that make being successful difficult. You know, so perseverance is what I've learned over time. When I believe in something, I go for it. And you have to be confident. You have to know your game. You know what you're doing. Know where you're going to. Have your long-term and short-term goals. And try to make sure you meet up with them if you can, by the grace of God.
All right, brilliant. Thank you so much
Thank you
indeed
very
for
much.
Speaking with us. We have had the pleasure of Adesuwa Colin Owie, who is the founder of Adesuwa Consent and a property developer, international at that, and also an entrepreneur and a philanthropist as well.
Yeah.
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love her.